This is the white Flexispot standing desk, otherwise known as the 48 Classic. It retails for roughly $299.99. Sometimes you can get a coupon for like $50 off or a certain percentage off. You just got to keep an eye on that product page. But what about the specs? I mean, what makes it all that special from any other desk out there? The tabletop measures at roughly 48 inches by 24 inches. Unlike some other desks and adjustable standing desks out there, they sometimes will come into two pieces. I like that this came all in one piece. It is large enough to hold my PC, my triple monitor mount, 3 monitors, 2 Elgato key lights, my mic boom, and so much more. Honestly, it's even roomy enough to put my MacBook Pro on here and have my keyboard and other peripherals on the desktop. But just a fair warning, I'm probably testing the upper limits of the max load capacity because it actually can only hold 110 pounds. I'm crossing my fingers, hopefully I haven't overdone it, but so far I've been using this desk for months now and I absolutely love it. Now the adjustable height, it actually will go as low as 28.7 inches from the ground all the way up to 48.4 inches off the ground. So right now I'm actually over 6 foot tall and I've got to, kind of squat down slightly, separate my stance in order to get into this shot, but otherwise it's very comfortable to work from in a standing position. I've even pulled up my bar stools, moved it down just a little bit, worked from that position, and also have my gaming chair and put it all the way down to the bottom and fit into it very comfortably. The really cool thing is they actually say it adjusts 1 inch for every second that you hold down one of the buttons to adjust it. So it does move rather quickly to a position that you want. And to be clear, there's a no frills 2-button control system. Obviously you move up, it'll move up. You move down, it'll move down. There's something pretty interesting, and it doesn't say this inside the product listings, but what I've discovered is at the slightest sensitivity of either pressure in one direction or the other, the motion will stop. So if you're moving it up and you suddenly push down on it, it will go back down and stay in place. Now it doesn't lock permanently, it just does that. So I had my bar stool underneath at one time and I was going down and I didn't see it. As soon as it tapped it, it came right back up. I don't know if this is like a built-in feature, but they don't have this inside their product listings, and I think it's kind of nice because otherwise that bar stool would have easily tipped my table with all of the different things that are on top of it. And the super easy assembly. Hey, they don't take this too lightly, and hey, you're going to pay a little bit more for our desk, but you're not having to construct that much. They claim it takes up to 5 minutes for assembly, but I'm a little hard pressed because it is a little heavier, and they give you kind of a small Allen wrench and a screwdriver that comes along with it to kind of assemble. It took me closer to about 15 to 20 minutes to do the assembly. So when you open up the box, it comes with the tabletop and the crossbar that's underneath it pre-assembled. That's really nice in that you're not having to screw in a bunch of things, and especially when it comes to the motor. I didn't want to mess with that whatsoever because if that dies, I'm going to have to go out and buy a new one, and then I'm stuck with just a desk that is standing instead of adjustable to seated. It came with 2 legs also, 2 feet, and a power supply, as well as all the necessary tools and different screws and washers and things like that. So let's take a look at the pros and cons when it comes to the Flexispot adjustable standing desk. So pros includes this: it's tons of space. You can see I took up every last bit of real estate. I might be pushing it, but so far, knock on wood, it's been going pretty good. The other thing is it's super efficient. So when I want to go from a standing position down to a seated position, it just takes a matter of seconds for it to get into place. And last but not least, I really like the fact that it's adjustable from top down to bottom, and it doesn't give me too much trouble if I'm using it numerous times throughout the day. And I've done that numerous times. I was surprised that the motor hasn't burned out yet, but it's doing just fine. And now the cons. Now I'll just tell you, the sensitivity to pressure is a bit of a pro, but in some instances, every now and then I'll accidentally bump the table and it will move down or up according to the sensitivity it's trying to get away from. And it gets dirty real quick. Now I know this is a me problem because maybe I'm just scoffing up the desk quite a bit, but I've got numerous marks all over top of this. I'm thinking if this was a darker desk, I'd probably be able to get away with it. But here we are. I guess I'm just going to have to be a little bit more clean about how I work on my workspace here. And that's really it. That's all the cons that comes to this. And to be honest, those two are just probably nitpicky type things. Hey, we give 2 big thumbs up when it comes to the Flexispot standing desk. Highly recommend it. You're going to be looking up the 48 Classic, and of course the links are inside the description down below. You can go ahead and take a look at the products and see if it's going to be a good fit for you. In the meantime, YouTube says they would love for you to go and take a look at this video where we talk about the IKEA Mickey desk. That's what I used before this. It wasn't adjustable, so if you're looking for something that's not going to break the bank, you might want to take a look at this one.